it's not quite the start I had planned, but well, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper, so I'm going to warn you now, I suppose. Well, warning's a bit late. Anyway, enough of this fucking waffle. Hello and welcome to the latest Lukozer retro game review video. Right, for this one it is Hero of the Golden Talisman, which was released by Mastertronic on the MAD label, the Mastertronic Added Dimension, and this came out in 1985. And this game was written by Shaun Southern, he of Kickstart and Trailblazer series fame. But this game is very different to any of those. So let's get the game underway. If I can remember how to start it, that's it. Now that music was definitely J.S. Bach. I can't remember if Bach was the one who did the music on the title page either. But anyway, so this is an arcade adventure, and the idea is you have to find the 5 pieces of the Golden Talisman, which are located somewhere around this rather large region that you are exploring. Now, initial glimpses of the main sprite might make you think impossible mission. Have Mastertronic gone and stolen the impossible mission sprite like they did with Kane again? But no, they haven't. As you can see, nowhere near as much animation. And the jump is very different. In fact, the jump looks weird. He just, he manages to launch himself up, but with no sort of, trying to actually move, not putting any effort behind it, and yet he crouches up like some sort of gymnast, and he has this bouncing noise when he lands, and it sounds even more ridiculous when he's bouncing off the walls, which he does. Anyway, we need to get through this barrier. Right, and we fall down here into the water. Yeah, we need to get out of here. His movement in the water is a bit strange because his arms are doing breaststroke, but oh fuck it. But his he's definitely kicking a la front crawl. But then when you're close to the wall like that, it looks more like he's moonwalking up it. Anyway, these random creatures keep cropping up. They do become a bit of a pain in the arse, there's no two ways about it, but still managed to avoid them for the moment. Now this is a game that I did have back in the day, and to be honest, I was quite a fan of it. I would spend hours playing this, despite its nuances. It has plenty of them. For a minute I thought I was going to fall into that water again. So we need to climb up here. He does climb rather slowly. It is a bit of a pain in the arse when you're having to wait for him to climb up. You see what I mean about him bouncing off the walls like that? It just looks, well, it don't look right. Actually, I don't know why I'm heading, I've got to swim down, I think. No, I haven't. Now when you're swimming, you do of course need air, and I haven't got any at the moment. You pick up air in like these little air bags. I don't know why, you just do. I just want to fall down there. So if you haven't got any, then you'll lose strength when while you're under the water there. So right, so we've opened that. Now this place here was in the dark, but because I had that candle, I was able to illuminate it. So we're into the next area. You can see now what I mean about it looking like he's moonwalking up. Now that's one of the airbags you need. The trouble is, now that I've got it, I'm going to use a fair bit of it to get back out here again. So we're going moonwalking back up again. One of the rather ridiculous things about the design of the game is you can only get out of the water if there is a chain above it, or a rope, or whatever it is. So, you know, anywhere else, even though you're right at the surface of the water, you can't get out. It's like you're trapped there, which just doesn't make an awful lot of sense to me. That's not what I was expecting. That grey gate is... I've never been able to find the grey key to get through it, so I have a feeling it's taking us somewhere rather special. Now, somewhere close to where I am, there is a dragon. Right on cue, there he is. Now, this thing takes a hell of a lot of hits. And he does hit me a hell of a lot of times as well. Largely because I'm not really trying to avoid his fireballs, I'm just jumping up and down, just constantly firing at him to try and kill the bastard. Once he's gone for good, unlike those, you know, random creatures that keep cropping up, which I'm rather pleased about. But as you can see, he does take an awful lot of hits. There we go. Right, so it's him done. Oh, I thought I'd mistimed that. So my strength is now down to 65. Obviously you only get the one life. Once your strength is down, that's it, you're dead. So we've got the green key. Let's head down here. And down here. I think... yeah, well, we have been around here. But I need to get to... I don't want to fall there. If you fall off the rope, you sink right to the bottom before you can take control of your character. Anyway, that's what I was after. So, but now I've got to position myself in a way so that I can jump from here and land there. So you've got to be quite precise with the jumping. Otherwise, a lot of time you mistime it, bounce off the wall and end up in the water, and you could find yourself doing that a hell of a lot. So let's just head down. There is the yellow gate, so we'll use that. Now, I'll put the flag in there so that now when we fire, oh, I fucked that right up. Now when you fire these shots, because against these like random creatures like here, that doesn't really make a great deal of difference, but against dragons, there's another one coming up, if I survive that long, it does a hell of a lot more damage. Well, at least it does to the next dragon anyway. Why it's a flag that allows you to do that extra damage, I don't know, but nevertheless, that's what it is. Now that candle I need to illuminate that dark room I was in. Oh, you fucking... So now we've got to go back round here again. This is when the game can become fucking irritating, when you have to constantly go through all this just because you fucked up one jump. Although in that case it was Not so much the jump I fucked up as the fact that the iffy control method has done that. So it takes you all this just to get back to that one area. I was sure I'd fucked that up. Right, so here we are in the dark room. So there we go. Sorted that out. Now I think around here is where, yeah, this is where the other dragon is. Now, yeah, these shots do far more damage to him. But I am also taking a hell of a lot of hits as well. Mind you, I didn't do too badly. Now that grid that you can see in the bottom left, it is a sort of map. Obviously it's not just a case of one square being, you know, one room here. Yeah, that's what I wanted. But the colour codes, obviously if it's black and flashing, then it's that's the region that you are in. If it's blue, you've taken all of the like important items from this area. If it's red, there are important items still somewhere around. Now obviously, there's part of the golden talisman itself. But, oh, okay, I thought for a minute I was going to regret that. Was there a rope on this side? Yes, okay. Well, I'll take the apple there because that will give me some of my strength back. But I don't want to go too far. I need to oh bollocks, I can't do anything there. Right, okay. Ah, well, looks like that's all I can do is just... Okay. So, let's get the review underway then. Graphically, it's... well, I've seen far worse. It's not amazing. The animation on, you know, the main sprite, you, is not that fantastic, but I mean, I've seen worse. I can't get through there, yeah. And I don't have the right thing to get through either. So that was a waste of time. The rest of the graphics are pretty much, you know, they do the job, but that's all they do. You know, there's nothing remarkable about them. Sound wise, it's more of the same. The sounds do the job, but there really isn't anything particularly fantastic about them. So yeah, obviously I'm going to have to head back because there's nothing I can do around here. That was pure luck, I freely admit. Oh, no, it's going to be taking me... yeah, we want to go down here. I mean, like, yeah, all these random creatures that turn up, they do become a bit of a pain in the arse because they just keep on showing up and lowering your energy, and because there are so many of them, there isn't really a great deal you can do about it. Now I remember where I need that rope. Yeah, it's not too far from here actually. You'll notice this is quite a long rope I'm climbing. There isn't one the other side though. Now there is. So, there we go. Oops. Oh, fuck it, let's just, yeah. Oh, I forgot that was down there. I'll have some of that. So strength up to 72. Yeah, I think it's around here. Hang on, no, if I went down I would be able to, so yeah, okay, this is doable. So, right, so graphic and sound done. Gameplay. So despite its, it does have some things that are a bit irritating. Oh, fuck it. Such as falling all the way to the bottom before you're able to take control underwater. But, the actual game itself, if you are an arcade adventure fan, which I most certainly am, the game is pretty good actually. I can't complain about it. This was a game, I say, I spent hours playing this back in the day when I had this game, and I could very easily see myself doing the same again now, even though, say, there are things about it that annoy me. If you are an arcade adventure fan, then yeah, I can't recommend it highly enough. And there's a good chance that even if you are an arcade adventure fan, this game may have passed you by. It wasn't a particularly big selling game, despite its cheap price tag. It just didn't really catch on. I don't know why. I think the game itself is perfectly okay. I think it's, well, actually no, I think it's more than perfectly okay. I think it's fucking great. Yeah, you can. Alright. Let's see if we can get back to where we were. Yeah, the grid's saying I've got everything from this area. So, alright. Oh, fuck it, go down the... Oh no, I can't go down the fucking bottom, can I? I've got to go up the top. So yeah, despite how it may sound, with me doing nothing but moaning at it, I am a fan of this game, and I have been since I first got it. Sorry, well, back in the day when it, I think I got it the year it was released, so I got it in '85. And yeah, I think it's extremely enjoyable arcade adventure. It's one of those games that, well, for me anyway, it kept me playing for a hell of a long time. Despite the fact that it is, by and large, quite a basic game. But it doesn't suffer from that. So the animation on the main sprite is a bit crap, but I mean, let's face it, the animation is not the be all and end all. I can't remember if I've gone the right way. No, I fucking haven't. What a surprise. So, what do I rate it? I mean, I rate it quite well. I will give it, I give this 8 out of 10. If you are an arcade adventure fan, this is absolutely worth having a go. So, yeah, there you go. Hero of Golden Talisman, 8 out of 10. Simple in every way, but bloody effective. That was a waste of time. And so yeah, 8 out of 10. Pretty good game. So that brings this video to an end, and we will see you at the next one.